Newsgrape is a new online platform for texts. We want the people to create the content directly on one platform. 52 million people who are blogging right now. If you want to read something, you first have to go to the blog. And that's the problem. Without the critical mass, we won't be interesting to people with a big audience already. If we are talking about aggregators or feed readers, for example, they are always trying to solve the problem only on one side. It's about marking comments. It's not about voting. Since 10 years now, people are trying to get a platform into the web which is capable of solving the big text issue. Newsgrape is a new platform for texts where we bring readers and writers together on a platform without the hierarchical difference. So it's not anymore like on the common publication way that you have the writers up here and the readers down there. It's about bringing these people together and getting the sinews out of the white noise of the internet. Suddenly there was this idea born. Let's make a community for magazines. Let's let people have not one, not two, but 1,000 magazines if they want to. And if they are editors-in-chief or editors, they can contribute their articles as fast as they want and publish them over these magazines. And if they are columnists, they have to be confirmed by the editor-in-chief. It's such a simple idea if you think about it, but it solves the whole distribution for the writers. You can compare blogs to the common reading world. It's all about, if you want to read something, you first have to go to the blog. And that's the problem. That's the big gap you have to jump as a reader to find the reading material you are looking for. So we want to give the users the possibility to get their publications out on a different way. You can make magazines on Newsgrape, and you are not bound to one. You can set up magazines or join existing ones and bring out your articles via them to your audience. So it's not anymore about having one platform on which you are contributing to. It's about having multiple platforms, and you can decide on every article in which magazines it should come out. So this is the main idea. Okay, if it comes to this question, of course, without the critical mass, we won't be interesting to people with a big audience already. But if you take the charts of Blog Pulse, we have 152 million people who are blogging right now, and around, let's say, 80% of them have nearly 100 readers a day. So we are totally looking after these people. And of course, later on, if we have a big mass and if we have solved their problem, we can of course solve the problem of also big publication networks, etc., to get new readers out of the ocean. And they can throw out their nets, for example, at our place, like big TV networks are doing it on YouTube, for example. You get the articles listed in different categories, genres, rubrics. You can browse them by tags, etc. And the big experience for you as a reader would be that you can create subscription groups. So you can say, I'm going to make my own magazine about, for example, sports. And in this magazine, I collect all the writers and magazines on Newsgrape which I'm interested in. And so you can take every day you can look at it and see which new articles have come in. So this will be the big advantage for you as a reader on Newsgrape. It's all about making for the first time a platform which is interesting to readers and writers as well, because it's always the problem with this one-dimensional approach on solving this problem. Since 10 years now. People are trying to get a platform into the web which is capable of solving the big text issue. We did it already with videos, we did it with music, for example SoundCloud, which is solving the problem of getting good music out, etc. Social media hasn't got yet to the writers out there, but they are the most important contributors to the web, so it's very important to solve this issue.
And what about monetization?
We are going to develop an own advertisement system by August, if everything goes right, and this one will provide about 75% of the revenue gained on the sites of every editor to them. We, for example, had a lot of tactical investors who thought about, who were, for example, from the publication industry, who thought about getting very fast revenue out of it, like putting their articles into it and using it as another marketing platform, etc. So we didn't want tactical investors. We didn't want people who are thinking about exiting the project after 2 years, for example. We want long-term investment, people who know that if you want to make something big, you have to work some years, also in the internet industry. So because of that, we applied on Kickstarter as one of the first Austrian European projects, I think. And the first answer we got was like a half week later, when they told us through on a like euphemistic way, no. But the way they argumented it was so. We just didn't understand why they didn't want us, because they said like, we are only supporting projects who are willing to do something creative with short-term outcome or something like this. So they were more about an artist doing something in the short term and wanting to have this financed. But then we answered them and told some examples. We made we have a long email telling them like, okay, why did you then let for example Diaspora and this project and that project join, and aren't willing to give Newsgrape a shot. We waited again another week, and suddenly they really jumped on the band on the wagon and said, okay, let's do it. The next steps will be, we are going to launch in 4 days from now. I don't know when this video comes out. It will be the 19th February. And from there on, we are going to test the prototype with our supporters on Kickstarter, with 12 universities in Europe, so 3 in every land, in every country. For example, the LSE is on board, so the biggest university in the world about economy right now is going to join us. And it will be possible for everybody to view the page, but if you want to contribute to it or use the ego to set up your own subscription groups, etc., you have to be part of the beta. So with this 6,500 people, we are going to launch the closed one, get everything, every algorithm fixed, etc., and all bugs out, all major bugs. And 2 months after that, we are going to release the open beta. And then we are trying to come out in summer with maybe already the 1.0, but maybe it will take till 2012 until we can say, okay, it's totally running and possible for everybody to use. And yeah, then let's conquer the world. Let's get at least 1 million people into it and try to grow with every writer out there who is willing to join this project and to contribute to it, to make the world better for writers and for journalism in general.